Ladies, we are here on the C Show. We are here, and as you can, the tripod is back. The normal way of me doing my shows are back. I cannot believe it, but it is finally fixed. It took about 7-10 days, but it is finally fixed. I want to thank the fans, for hanging in there with me, I want to thank you guys for supporting me, even though my tripod was broken, I know it's not pretty nice to see somebody up and close all the time. I try to do the best I can, to separate myself from the screen, but obviously I cannot do whatever, I kept going like this. I felt like I was like, trying to fly or something. But anyways, I am back the normal way on the C Show, and thank you, and yes, we are back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, enough of me talking about like that. Let's talk about this national championship game. Oh, what a game right here. What a game between Georgia and Alabama. Oh, man. Can't believe it. Oh, my Lord. Alabama could not get anything going in that first half. Anything. They went, and Georgia was just moving, doing enough, and playing defense, running the football, going to halftime 13-0. I'm like, wow, it's only 13-0, but Alabama's really not doing anything. They're not moving the football at all. They look flat. Other than Jalen Hurts had a 31-yard run. Other than that, they didn't really have anything going. 13-0. I'm like, man, it's only 13-0. Alabama can still get back in the game, but they're not looking. They look flat. They look flat. And so next, Coach Saban in the halftime, he makes a decision to make a switch at quarterback, takes Jalen Hurts out, puts Naohi Hashawika, whatever the hell his name is, out of Hawaii. And I'm like, wait a minute, is he really, after all this season, after Jalen Hurts has done all year, I believe Jalen Hurts, they won what 12-1, with Jalen Hurts as their starter. He only threw one interception in the entire season. I'm like, is he really pulling him out for putting this freshman, Chahui Shamashuya? I'm like, are you serious right now? And I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't. I'm like, oh my Lord, Nick Saban, are you serious? This guy might be really good. And he was. First possession, 3 and out. I'm like, forget about it. But then I believe the second possession, he scored a touchdown. I'm like, wait a minute, here we go, 13-7. And then it seemed like Georgia answered right back, 27. And I'm like, and then Alabama kind of seemed done again. I'm like, that's it. This kid just had his 2 minutes of fame, and it's over. It's back to Georgia taking over. I thought after, he had that touchdown and made it 13-7, I thought, oh, Georgia's going to start, they're going to start freaking out. They're going to start making a lot of mistakes. And no, Georgia comes back at it. It's touchdown again, makes it 27. I'm like, oh my Lord, Georgia's not afraid at all. They're really going to win this game. Alabama's going to lose 2 straight national championships. But this kid, Chuchuhihana, kept it. He kept it, sometimes made a mistake. They kept it cool and collective. Field goal 2010, then again, once again, another field goal, 2013. Then ties it with about 2-3 minutes left, 2020. I'm like, oh my Lord, I couldn't believe it at all. And 2020, then Alabama has the football with about 47 seconds, and they milk it down, and they give their field goal kicker success, by the way. Missed that first one in the field goal completely. Like this is the post. He hit it all the way over here. Once again, about 40 seconds left. They milk the clock to run the football, and they call a timeout with about 3 seconds left, and they put him in again, and I'm like, he's gonna make it now, because after missing that one completely wild one in the first half, he made all of them. He made 2 more to make it. It was 10-20 and then 13-20. So he made. I'm like, okay, he's fine. And then he just seemed nervous, I guess, because it was for the winner. If it was 20-20 tie, they were either gonna win or they were gonna go to extra time. So I'm like, this is, I felt like he got nervous, completely missed it. Not as bad as the first one, but it's still pretty bad. And then from there, you got extra time, and Georgia, they get the ball. I thought Jake Flom the quarterback from Georgia, I thought he really started folding late in the game. Like, you look at his performance in the first half to the second half, he only had one touchdown, you know. They only scored, well, I guess they only scored 7 points in that second half. You know, so I guess it was also the defense of Alabama, but yeah, he was kind of a completely quarterback in that second half. Other than answering that first touchdown by Alabama, he didn't really do much in the second half. And he gets the football, you know, doesn't do too much. They kick an extra, this is the first possession, first of the extra time. He kicks a field goal, makes it 23-20. I'm like, all right, I thought the kicker was going to miss it, to be honest with you. This was a long field, it was like 55-yard field goal. And I thought he was going to miss it, and he makes it 23-20. And then I'm like, oh my Lord, here we go. And here comes Chuhuya. And first play, he gets sacked. And he loses like 17 yards. I'm like, oh my Lord, here we go. It's, he's going to get freaked out. It was a matter of time before this freshman, freaked out. And I'm like, it's over, And then next play, he hit a 41 touchdown pass, and they win the football game. I'm like, are you serious? I couldn't believe it. This kid, after getting sacked and losing like 17 yards on second and 27, he throws from like the 50-yard line all the way to like the 2-3-yard line, a pass. It's caught, touchdown. Alabama wins this football game. Alabama wins the national championship. Are you serious? I couldn't believe it. I'm like, are you serious right now? Literally, last year they lost on the last second to Clemson, and now they win in the last seconds versus Georgia. I couldn't believe it. Completely. The difference what happened last year? Last year they lose in the closing seconds to Clemson. This year they win in the closing seconds against against Georgia. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, and this true freshman, a kid who less than a year ago was still in high school, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, this kid is unbelievable. And Jalen Hurts is amazing, but this kid is better. This kid is he's just stronger. He can also move. He has more of an arm strength. I like this kid better than Jalen Hurts. I thought Jalen Hurts was a good quarterback, but no, after seeing this kid, oh my Lord, is this kid amazing. I am very sorry. I don't know what the hell this kid's name is. He has a weird name, like I'm not sure what this kid's name is. I'm very sorry. I tried reading it literally 11 times before I went on the show tonight. I just could not get the name right. I just couldn't. Even I tried to listen to it on the TV, and I thought, I'm not sure what his name is. I apologize. If you're watching this video, son, I'm really sorry. I don't know how to say your name. I know you're from Hawaii. You were in high school less than a year ago. You're a left-hander. You're number 13. You played for Alabama. Obviously, you were in high school. I don't know how your name says. I'm not too sure. That hell of a game by you. Shout out to you. Shout out to Saban. You talk about Saban. Wow. To making that move at halftime because Jalen was struggling. That is pretty, you have to have some, to really do that. You know what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? That is unbelievable what Nick Saban did to pull the trigger on Jalen Smith and put this kid in, this freshman. It is pretty unbelievable. And then for this freshman to come through and get that winning touchdown and extra time after getting sacked and losing 17 yards on that first play in extra time. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Georgia, shout out to you, Coach Mart. You're going to be amazing. I think you are. By the way, for those of you who do not know, Coach Mart the last 3 years was an assistant with Nick Saban in Alabama. So this was the teacher versus a student. And that first half, the student was whooping the teacher's ass, 13-0. But then the teacher made the adjustment, and the teacher came back and beat the student in extra time. Unbelievable. 2 freshman quarterbacks Two freshman quarterbacks. This was pretty unbelievable. It really was. Jake Fulgham and Huishaha. This was unbelievable. Even the freshman receivers. There was a lot of freshmen in this game. Unbelievable. Hell of a game. You know, it really, you know, these last national, I really like you know, these teams are crazy. I really like the last 2-3 national championships, you know. They've been pretty crazy. But Alabama wins the championship. I thought we were, for the first time ever in any sport, I thought I was going to see a team lose 2 straight championships. I never see nobody lose. I think like the Lakers win 2 straight. You know, I think the Patriots win 2 straight. But I think like the Seahawks win 1, lose 1. Lakers, you know, I think they won 2 and then they lost 1. Miami, they won 1, you know, but I never see nobody lose 2 straight championships. This would have been the first time for me last year and this year, but no, they were able to pull it off at the end and they win. And yeah, so I have never in my lifetime seen a team in any sport lose 2 straight championships, you know. Go 1 year, lose, the next year go again and lose. I've never seen that. I know it has happened, but in my lifetime I have not seen any team in any sport lose two straight years in a championship. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, what can I say but thank you. The tripod is back. What a game. College football is officially over. What a game. Now, no more football for college until September. We're running out of football here. You know, we only have a few weeks left in NFL as well. Yeah, but we're running out. Sucks. Let's enjoy whatever's left, and then we'll see what happens. Let's see here tonight. Chicken wings. You asked about the tripod. Tripod is back. I did not know it was gonna be fixed tonight. Out of nowhere, you know, it came tonight. You know, so you know, I did see your comment, but you know, I did not know when it was gonna come back. But tonight, you know, a few hours ago, it's there for me to work on, and I'm like, all right. I remember you saying so. Chicken wings, you know, it's here. This is what I think this is what you meant, you know, about when are you gonna go back to your normal camera. So there you go, chicken wings. I don't think you were talking about that shit over there, right? Where you know, you're probably talking about this. Okay, but Patterson, do you think the Eagles will shock the world and beat the Falcons? What the fuck is happening? Do you think the Eagles will shock the world and beat the Pattersons? You know, I mean, I don't know. I mean, we'll see what happens. You know, I'm hearing it's gonna rain. It's gonna be very cold, but we'll see what happens. I don't know. I'm getting into film. I'm watching some film, and we'll see what happens. In a few days, I'll come here and I'll talk about all games. You know, like I said, I gave you an appetizer. I think New England's gonna beat Tennessee, and I think I think Atlanta's gonna beat the Eagles. I gave you an appetizer. That could change. We'll see what happens. I'm still studying the Pittsburgh-Jacksonville game, and I'm still studying the Saints-Minnesota game. I did watch some film, you know. I think Carolina could have won that game, to be honest, if some of those receivers could have caught some more passes from Cam Newton. I thought Cam Newton had some nice throws in there, but the receivers could not catch the football. I thought there were two plays. I thought they left 2 touchdowns on the table. One was dropped on this side in the first quarter, and then they missed a field goal. You know, so they came out empty, and then I saw, was it Funches in the third or what? No, I think it was the final quarter. He completely lost it in the lights, I guess, and he could have caught that ball. I thought Cam Newton played a nice game, and I just thought his receivers couldn't come through. I think Carolina has got to go out and get some receivers. I really thought those receivers could have had at least 2 of those footballs, you know. One, I cannot remember what his name is, number 13, in the first quarter, could have had it, and it would have been a touchdown. And then they missed a field goal. They came up empty in that possession. And then in the final quarter, I thought Funches, number 17, I thought he could have had that football. He never went up for it, and then he said in the interviews that he lost it in the lights. You know, so he had, I thought that, it wasn't necessarily Newton's fault. I thought it was the receiver's fault. What the fuck is happening? Anyways, yes, I did watch some film on that, and I'm like, ugh. So I need to think about that Vikings Saints game. I need to think about real close, and I also have to look at, how to probably put in some film on that Week 5 game between Pittsburgh and Jacksonville, because they intercepted it, 5 times. So I have to go back and watch that film. Anyways, enough of this. I am the man that runs the place. I am CE. And until next time, I will see you later. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord.